Yo, yo! Happy New Year, champions, and welcome to Saturday morning freedom training. Man, I'm super excited about 2022. Man, a lot of great things are happening in the world right now. You know, unfortunately, a lot of bad things are still happening, but that's where you kind of have the decision. Like the Matrix, you could take the red pill or the blue pill. You can look at the glass half empty, or you can look at the glass half full. You know, so as we start off, I definitely want to wish everybody a happy new year. I decided to go into the new year hooking up the new camera, so I'm nice and crisp and everything like that. I'm in 4K for the 2022, so you're gonna get everything in a vivid picture. You might get too many details, might be able to see my pimples and things like that, you know, but that's all right, because we're moving up, we're progressing, we're evolving, and we're doing things on a much higher level. So what's going down, everybody? I'm excited to have you at training. I'm gonna do my best to keep things short and sweet and not take up too much of your time, but pack the training with value. Now today is not going to be much of a motivational training as much as I want to get into the nuts and bolts of, you know, some things that you can overcome, some things that you can do, and some things that you can take into the new year to really crush it and make some things happen in a big way. So without further ado, let me say rest in peace to Betty White. You know, it's just a testament of how long life can be lived and be enjoyed, and really, you know, take you to another level. You know, let me move this off the screen. I didn't realize that I still had my good morning message on the screen. I definitely don't want to say good morning forever, but yeah. So rest in peace, Betty White. Rest in peace to all those that we lost in the 2021. But just to wrap it all up, we made it to another year, and you gotta first and foremost be thankful for that, because so many people are beating themselves up and they're worried about things, and they're allowing themselves to be consumed with worry. And there's no way to grow, there's no way to evolve if you're consumed with worry. So I don't want anybody to worry, because you're here and you have a great opportunity to progress and reach your goals and reach your dreams. So quick praise report. I had a small surgery on my neck to remove a lymphoma. You know, it's just getting big. You know, it's messing up my brand, messing up my image, you know, and not looking good. So I got it removed. Hopefully the scar will heal up pretty quickly. But anytime you go into the knife, you know, you're excited to come out on the other end. You know, so that's a beautiful thing in itself. I'm playing with the wrong side. I'm trying to hide my tank top. You know, that's the politically correct thing to say. It's not a wife beater, because I do not beat my wife. But man, you know, so let me get into it. You know, today's training, like I said, I'm going to go over a diagram that I developed. It's a new philosophy to really make things simple. It's a funnel, right? And one of the things that I realized in my studies and in my, you know, in my meditation time, is that I like to teach in frameworks, okay? And what a framework is it's a simple way to teach something to help you understand the concept. You know, you can give a lot of details and you can give a lot of intricacies of things, you know, but when you give a framework, it allows the person to understand the concepts within that framework. You know, a homie of mine used to say, you know, a math teacher will show you several different paths to get to the same answer. You know, we're all different individuals, you know, and while I teach, you know, how to be successful in this business, you know, different people learn different ways, and different people absorb the information different ways. Different things are compatible and work for different people's personalities, right? You know, so in the 2022, I want to teach you frameworks and show you multiple different ways to get to the same answer, okay? Now, there's gonna be some things that are just straightforward. Like, there's not too many ways to get to 2 plus 2 equals 4, right? You can flip the 2's, but it's still 2 plus 2 equals 4. At the same time, 0 times anything is always going to be 0, right? So I say that to say your business is going to take effort. Your business is going to take hard work. And those are the principles of success. No matter what you do or no matter who you're doing it with, those are going to be the principles of success. You know, so I got some notes that I'm kind of following to make sure that I don't get too long-winded, because sometimes I can get long-winded and I want to make sure that I stay on the course. I don't want to start preaching. I don't want to motivate you today. I want you to inspire you. I want to inspire you and help you understand that you deserve success, that your business is an option, and that whatever goals and whatever dreams that you may want to accomplish, it's possible and you can do it with this business. Now, you may have heard me before say we're in the people business, right? We're in the people business. We're in the business of changing people's lives. JMG Direct is in the business of credit repair. JMG Direct is in the business of the online store and all, you know, the black-owned hoodies and everything is provided in the online store. And that's a great distribution system. But our inventory is people, okay? So I want to bring it all together today because I'm finding a lot of people are getting caught up in the sales aspect of the business. They're trying to sell not only the stuff that we offer, and that's great, but they're trying to sell the business too. And I want to bring it back to square one to helping people understand that all we do is expose. All we do is expose. We expose the products and services. If people see something that they like and that resonates with them, then great. They'll go ahead and grab it and they'll become a customer. We expose people to the business. We show them how the home business is a viable option to lower their taxes, increase their credit score, eliminate debt, and create wealth. We don't chase them. We don't sell them. We don't convince them. You guys, and I think a lot of people got caught up in selling and convincing, especially when you get to the point where, you know, you've talked to a few people, you've gotten broken off, and you haven't gotten the results that you desire. You know, and sometimes that's because you're talking to the wrong people. Sometimes you haven't talked to enough people. Sometimes it's our own inconsistencies. There's a lot of different reasons, right? But when you get to that point, people start to get desperate and they forget that we don't need people. We don't gotta recruit. That's the beautiful thing of how we set up the business and how we set up the funnel, right? We educate people on the rules of capitalism. We educate people on finances. We show people how they can actually level up and create wealth with the money that they already got. Recruiting people and exposing people to the business only helps you create leverage and accelerate the process. And I think a lot of people have forgotten that, and we have to make it more of a point to expose people to those realities, because if you're trying to sell people on the business, they just look at the business and say, I don't want an online mall. I don't want to sell. I don't want to recruit. I don't need credit repair. And they miss the whole point of the fact that we teach the rules of the wealthy. And here's the difference, right? Because a lot of people are saying, well, what's the difference, right? If I expose you to the business, right? And I show you, okay, you can use the home business as a means to lower your taxes, increase your credit score, eliminate debt, and create wealth. And you say, great, I don't have tax write-offs right now. It makes sense. With the rapid pay raise alone, I can increase my take-home pay, increase my cash flow, use that extra cash to pay off debt, which once I pay off my debt, it increases my cash flow even more, and then I can start investing that money to increase my investment income, which will provide me with capital gains, which in turn takes me from the highest tax bracket of W-2 down to the lowest tax bracket of capital gains, which in turn is the philosophy of income shifting, which is what we teach. Now, one of two things is going to happen. That's going to make sense to you because you need it. And you're going to say, I want to do that. Has nothing to do with the online store or any of the products within the online store. Has nothing to do with credit repair. Has nothing to do with what we offer. Has nothing to do with the business in its essence of itself. Those are just the pathways and the vehicles to get us to where we want to be, right? So to get the rapid pay raise, I got to sign up in the business. I got to get the one customer to make it legal, because otherwise it'll just be a pyramid scheme. I have to get the second customer because then it qualifies me for the rock star bonus and the other extra income that's there. It's all a systematic way to create wealth. But people get so caught up in everything else and they allow the worries of life to consume them that they miss out on the simplicity of it. Now, what happens on the other end? Well, Marquise, I already have a business. I already have W-2. I already have 1099s. I already get tax write-offs. Great. You understand the importance of the philosophy and what we're doing. So come lock arms with us and help us expose other people that need it too. Let us show you how to get paid to expose other people to what you already understand. It's no different than I went to see Spider-Man. Spider-Man's dope. Let's go see Spider-Man again. Nah, man, I already seen Spider-Man. Great, I'm gonna pay you to go tell other people to see Spider-Man. Yo, let's go eat at Fogo de Chao. Somebody went and ate at Fogo de Chao yesterday. Didn't invite me, but we're not gonna talk about that, right? But it was an awesome meal. So now I come today. Say, let's eat at Fogo de Chao today. Now you may say, you know what? Fogo de Chao is good. I'm gonna go eat again. But for most people, they're like, man, I just went to Fogo de Chao. Let's go somewhere else, right? I say, yo, I'll pay you to go tell some other people about your experience at Fogo de Chao. That is the concept. A lot of people, I won't even say a lot of people, some people, they start prejudging their network. They start thinking that their network is all that exists in the world. They start thinking, oh, people don't have $150. They don't have $70 a month. They don't have $20 a month. And I'm telling you guys, you can't have that mentality. You can't be thinking people are too busy right now. I talked to some people before the holidays and they're like, oh, everybody's too busy for the holidays. Everybody, I'm going to talk to them after Christmas. I'm going to let them get their Christmas on and I'm going to let them do the things that they need to do. And people have the mentality that people are too busy right now. People have the mentality that nobody wants to hear about your business right now. People have the mentality that other things are more important right now. People have the mentality that, oh, telling them about the business can wait. And these are the thoughts that people have in their own head that are hindering their success. But here's what businesses are thinking, right? Target's saying, I don't want them to shop at Walmart. I want them to come shop at Target. Walmart's saying, I don't want them to shop at Amazon. I want them to come and shop at Walmart, right? Businesses are recognizing that they are an option. While we're saying, oh, I'd rather get them all shopping, get all the shopping out the way and holler at them later. I'd rather them go handle their issues and the things they got going on in life, which this can be a solution to, and I'll holler at them later. See, I think we get caught up in the recruiting aspect. And yes, recruiting accelerates the process. But when you look at the totality of our system, just owning a home-based business is value enough to expose people and sign them up. And in 2022, you have to believe that and you got to get excited about that. Warren Buffett. Don't take Marquise's word for it. Yeah, I've had success in the industry. Made a lot of money. Got a lot of results. But I'm no Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett says every American should have a home-based business for the tax write-offs alone. For the tax write-offs alone. Here's the thing. All 1099s are not made equal. The tax code says that the things you write off must be relevant to your business. So depending on the business, things may or may not be relevant. But when you're in a network marketing home-based business, almost everything is relevant, you guys. That's the beauty of it. Almost everything is relevant, right? So if you're going to be in business, that's right, Keisha, we got to get our Fogo de Chao on, right? And I heard you were a little under the weather, sis. I hope you feel better. I don't really know what's going on, but you know, I heard you got a cold or you're sick or something. You cussing people out, but hope you feel better. My prayers are with you. And that reminded me, man. How long we been on this live? I wanted to start it off. I totally forgot, man. I got thrown off. Tiff was beating me up this morning, but I wanted to start off training. So let's pretend, you know, this was just the prequel to starting training, right? I wanted to start off training with a prayer, right? I want to go into the 2022 right. And you may or may not be Christian, or whoever God you pray to, nobody should be immune to being prayed for. So I want to pray for you really quick. And, you know, then we'll get back on to training and everything like that, right? Father, we come before you this morning, thanking you for your grace and your mercy. Lord, we thank you for making it to another year of blessings, another year of prosperity, another year of being blessed to be a blessing. As we move into 2022, we thank you for removing all obstacles, removing any fear, removing trials, tribulations. We thank you for our health being amazing. We thank you for being able to speak life into other people. And we thank you for the prosperity and growth within our business to be able to reach our goals, reach our dreams, but more importantly, help other people reach their goals and reach their dreams. We believe in receiving in your son, Jesus' name. Amen. You guys, man, I'm so pumped right now. I don't think you understand it. I think I just got to give myself a quick round of applause, like boom. But you know, just learning so much about life and the new technology. But in 2022, you have to understand the mentality of a business owner. We're not network marketers. We're business owners. And when you understand that you're a business owner and what you have is more valuable, you got to walk up to somebody and have the feeling in your heart that what you have is more valuable than whatever they're going to spend their money on. Okay? Whatever they're going to spend their money on. I'm willing to take your last penny. I don't care if you got rent due. I don't care if you got mortgage due, because I know I could turn it into $1. That's the mentality that you got to have. But when you don't have that mentality, when you start to be empathetic to people's situation, then you lack the belief that you have the solution. And it's like when not to compare anybody to a dog, but when dogs sense that you're fearful, then they sense that and they build off that, right? She got me thinking. they build off that, right? But people sense your belief. People don't believe anymore in their life. They've been so beat up by life and they mask it, you know, with different things. But deep down, they don't believe that better is possible. So they want to see in you what they lack in themselves in most cases. Now, that's not everybody, okay? You got some people that are very confident and they got things going on for themselves. But again, that's why they should lock arms with us so that we can help, you know, expose other people. Some people are going to be motivated by helping other people. Some people are going to be motivated by the money that they get by helping other people. But if you look at it from a strictly business standpoint, there's no shortage of people who need the business. It's in high demand. That's a statistical fact, okay? And when you have something that's in high demand and we have the supply, that means you put that together, there's money to be made. So we got to go out and get that money because people are out there praying for an opportunity, right? And when you realize the fact of the matter is their money's not going into the savings account. Their money's not going into savings account. Their money's going into capitalism. That's the harsh reality of the situation. Your money's going into capitalism. Their money's going into big business. Target, Walmart, Amazon, the bar to get their drink on, the restaurant to get their food on. And why not position yourself to say, if you're going to spend money anyway, why not spend money on something that's going to make you money? Why not spend money on something that's going to make you money? And in doing that, then you can't get tired of that conversation. When that conversation gets in your heart, it's not a convincing thing for you. It's just a business thing. You understand? That's just part of the business, right? When you understand that, it totally changes your perspective on things, right? So we're saying, don't just go to Amazon with all your money. Invest into yourself. We're not saying invest in me. We're not saying invest in JMG. We're not saying invest in Paul Jones. And I had a guy the other day tell me, why would I do this and just get Paul Jones another Harley? It's like, you idiot. It's not about getting Paul Jones another Harley. Paul Jones wants to get you a Harley or whatever it is that you want. And people have this crabs in a barrel mentality. And all I want to get you to understand is that you are a business. What Jay say? I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. You are a business. You are an option. That's what I want to get you to see here today. That you are an option. So even if they were going to put all their money into savings, right? Some people do save a little bit of money. JMG is still a better option. Why? If you just look at the wealth principles that we teach, if you look at somebody obtaining the rapid pay raise, that's bringing an extra $200 to $600 per month into their home, right? They're paying off debt, which is paying less debt because there's less interest on that debt. They're investing that money. They got a mini emergency fund. They got an emergency fund. They got an investment account that's allowing their money to grow, which is creating capital gains, which is taxed less than the money that's just coming in as income. You guys, I sat and thought, and I created this system, and I took a lot of time and beating my head up against the wall doing it. I built the business to a point of success, and I realized a lot of different personalities. I realized what people like to do or what people love to do. I realized what motivates people. Money's great. Goals and dreams are great. But when I realized that the common thread amongst everybody, blue collar, white collar, people who make a lot of money, people who make a little bit of money, people who are cool, people who are nerdy, everybody had a common thread of financial education. There's a lot of rich dummies out there. There's a lot of people who want more out of life. They just don't know. Nobody's pulled them to the side and said, let me teach you, let me educate you. Then there's people who've done it right. Great, we need more people like that to join our movement so that we can teach and educate more people, right? But you gotta realize that you are a business. This ain't a hobby. This ain't something that you do on the side, for fun. It can be fun, but you are a business and you are an option, right? So in 2022, you gotta say to yourself, I'm gonna do things a little bit different, right? I'm gonna do things a little bit different. Not next month, but right now. My habits are gonna be different. My mindset's gonna be different. My business is going to be different, right? Let's pretend one of those movies, right? Thundercats, Sight Beyond Sight, or the Scrooge. Let me take you into the future of Christmas past, or whatever the case may be, right? I want you to really think about this for a moment, okay? Where would your life be in the next 3 years? Without the business, right? You're going to work your job. You're going to do the things that you do. Maybe you'll get a promotion. Maybe you'll get a raise. Hopefully you get a promotion and a raise, right? But are you really going to be able to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish and do the things that you want to do? And if you are, how many other people are you going to be able to help? How far are you away from retirement? Statistically, how many people reach retirement? Statistically, how many people actually die after they reach retirement? See, there's a lot of odds going against the average American's favor. So this isn't so much, let me convince you that this works and you need this. This is, let me get you off of that conveyor belt to slaughter. I went to I don't know what it's called, but it's where they slaughter cows, one time. And the cows are actually on this conveyor belt. They're on this conveyor belt. And at the front of the conveyor belt, this big machine hits them over the head and they die and they knock them off the conveyor belt, right? So you would think somewhere further back in the conveyor belt that one of the cows would be like on iRobot where Sonny was like, they'd be like, what's going on up there? Oh no! Everybody run! They killing us, run! But no, Americans are just on the conveyor belt, just getting hit over the head and dying. Slow deaths. A lot of people are miserable at their jobs, even if they like it. We have a solution for that. I'm not saying you gotta leave your job right away. You might be good at it. You might like it. All we're saying is don't allow capitalism to control your life. Understand the rules of capitalism so that you can play the game effectively. You ever sat down and played spades with somebody that don't know how to play spades? They be reneging, they be messing up, they're not effective at the game. That's how it is when people don't understand the rules of capitalism. They're just not effective at playing the game, right? So you got to stop overcomplicating the business in your own head. You got to stop. Here's a big one. This is where a lot of people mess up. Not just in network marketing, because I do my best to teach not just things that are applicable to network marketing, but are applicable in all aspects of your life. You got to stop overcomplicating things in your head, but you also got to stop finding things that are wrong with the business. You got to stop finding things or looking for things that are wrong with the business, right? Many years ago, there was a problem with Michelin tires. They were blowing up on the road, right? Killing people, right? Now, obviously, that was a major problem. Some people didn't buy Michelin tires because of that for a long time. But did Michelin stop operating as a business? No. They fixed the issue and then they kept going. BP gas. Big oil spill is a big PR nightmare. Some people say, I'm not going to BP gas. They killed the ducks. They killed the wildlife. Did BP gas go out of business? No. They did their best to clean up the oil and fix the problem, the mistake, and they kept going. When's the last time you heard about somebody having an issue with Michelin tires? When's the last time that you've seen an empty BP gas station? No business is perfect. A lot of businesses are just so huge, we don't see the issues. But when you look for the issues, it causes you to miss out on the bigger picture, right? When you got your car, the car may have a few issues. You know you're gonna get it fixed, but you know if the issues are detrimental to the ride of the car, or you know if you got a little bit of time to fix it. Somebody get in your car, see the check engine light, they think the whole thing gonna break down. So you gotta understand what's hindering you and what's stopping you from reaching the success that you want to reach. Ask yourself, why am I not exposing people to the rules of capitalism? Why am I not exposing people to JMG Direct? Why am I not exposing people to focus? We got to be masters at exposing. Exposing. And allow them to make the decision if it's for them or not. Why doesn't everybody I come in contact know that I am a business? Therefore, I am an option. That's all I want to get you to understand. As I go through this funnel and I break down the simplicity of our funnel and how I want you to look at it, I just want you to understand that you're an option, right? You're not going to win them all. I don't win them all. Everybody I talk to and I expose doesn't sign up. But you are an option. Think about this. Do you think everybody that goes on Amazon buys something? Have you ever went to Amazon and just perused? Everybody doesn't buy something, but Amazon is an option. Some people say, you know what, I don't want to buy my flat screen from Amazon. I want to buy it at Walmart. I want to go see it, right? Some people say I don't want to go to Target. I want to actually go to Walmart. The biggest thing I want you to see is that they are an option. That you are an option. But the $1 million question is, do you believe that? Are you so burnt out from the few people that you talk to and explaining about the home business that you neglect that there's thousands of other people that are out there just waiting for us to expose them? They haven't heard about it before. They're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And the business will completely change their life. We focus on this small subset when there's so many other people out there that are looking. So here's the key I want you to write down. Great networkers have great amnesia. They have short-term memory loss. And what that means is they don't get so caught up in the people who tell them no. They don't get so caught up on the person who quits. They don't get so caught up. We have short-term memory loss, right? You quit, great. I got a soundtrack. Another one bites the dust. Dum, dum, dum. Another one bites the dust. Why? Because I know in my heart of my hearts, I'm doing everything that I can to help you be successful. I know that this is an amazing opportunity. It's a great vehicle. So if somebody isn't successful, it's not because of lack of tools. It's not because of lack of resources. It's not because of lack of opportunities. It's because they just chose to not be successful. And I believe that in my heart. So when they quit, I'm okay with it. I used to beat myself up like, oh man, I want everybody to be successful. But then when I started teaching income shifting and the fact that somebody just gets in, they benefit, there's really no reason to quit. The fact that we have a free option where you could just buy from yourself. Online store. There's no reason to quit. So my little sore is itching right now. But think about it like this. When you got your job, right? And you got your job, you didn't know everything. You didn't know everything at all. But you got the answers to your questions over the course of time. So now you can do your job in your sleep. You can do it very simply, right? You ask the questions of orientation. You ask for your manager's help. You read the literature. But ask yourself, why do people get in their own business and act like they don't have those same resources? Why do they get into business and act like they don't have people like me that can answer all their questions? Like they don't have an orientation within the ABCs to success to help them become successful. You have the support, but people would rather not use it. And this is going to rub a lot of people the wrong way, but it's the truth, okay? You have the support, but you would rather not use it so that in your mind, you could keep making excuses as to why the business isn't working for you. Think about that. I've been there before. So I can say that not as I'm better, but I've been the person who's pointed out all the problems. Because in my mind, I wanted to justify why the business wasn't working for me. Now, there may have been some actual legitimate issues, but it was nothing that should have stopped me from building my business, right? So I want you to realize that the number one challenge that people are going to face is the inability to get started. The start stops most people. That's why as we get people started, it's very important to move them through the process of the ABCs to success, to hold their hand through the ABCs to success. Because people are going to do a little bit. They're going to sign up, but they're not going to go through the ABCs to success. They're going to sign up, but they're not going to get My Credit Is Better. They're going to sign up, but they're not going to show up to trainings. They're going to sign up, but they're not going to get on the calls. You're going to sign up, you're going to get in, but you're not going to execute. We have to hold their hand in the initial process to get them through that initial inability to start. We have to be intentional, right? So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to enroll them, right? And let me get this funnel up so we can go through this because I want you guys to get this, right? Where's it at? Here we go. Screen. I want to share. One second, guys. I'm trying to share a different application. Here, we'll just share entire screen. We'll just keep it simple, right? So I'll blow this up. So I want you to get it. Throw myself in the corner, right? I don't need to throw myself in the corner. I want you to see the full kit and caboodle, right? All right. So this is the focus philosophy, right? Made it plain and simple on a screen, right? I want you to get the number one thing that we do is expose. Right? Expose, expose, expose. When you launch your business, because it's important that you launch your business, we're going to use the system within the ABCs to success. And that includes phone calls, text messages, emails. You may go to some networking events as you grow in the business. And we're going to use social media. But the number one thing that you want to do is you want to expose. And what are we exposing people to? We're exposing people to the power of a home-based business. Yeah, we're eventually going to expose them to credit repair. We're going to eventually expose them to the online store. We're going to eventually expose people to, different, the black-owned hoodies. But overall, we're exposing people to the power of a home-based business. And our job is to put ourselves in a position where we can expose people to the business. How do you do that? You utilize the ABCs to success. You utilize social media. You utilize text message campaigns. Utilize emails, networking events. It's all within the launch of the business. If you're going to launch a restaurant, right? before the restaurant opens, you will be getting the word out. Yo, grand opening tomorrow, grand opening next week. Yo, we're opening the restaurant. We got the best chicken wings on the block. Come check us out, right? It's no different within our business. We launch it and then we start spreading the word. See, in life, offensive players always make the most money in sports. The person with the offensive mentality wins. See, if you sit back and say, I wonder who knows I'm in business. Nobody knows you're in business. Everybody doesn't even know that I'm in business. And I'm a founding member of James G. Direct. I still have to let people know that I am an option. That focus is an option. Your business that you're watching right now is an option. Hey, join forces with me. Join forces with us. You must expose people to the business. You have to put yourself in a position to get that exposure. And once you expose somebody, no matter how we expose them, text message, phone calls are always the most effective. Memes, we're going to come out with some memes that you could post on Facebook, to trigger a response. Once we expose them, then you have to educate them on what a home business is, why it's important, okay? You want to educate them on why it's important. Now, a lot of people are going to think that they know why home business is important, but just ask yourself secretly, if they know why home business is important, why do most people not have one? See, we're one of the only organizations that teach and tell the truth about capitalism. Everybody else is telling you that you can get 3-4 cars and have a car payment on them all. Everybody else is telling you that you can have all this money instead of actually having the money. You can look like you're having all this money instead of actually having the money in the account. Everybody else is telling you to get a tax refund. We're telling you the opposite of what capitalism wants you to believe. You got to take pride in that. First thing we got to do is educate people that what you've been taught is not 100% true. You've been taught to put your money in the bank. You've been taught to get your money in the tax refund and not up front. You've been taught that retirement is just the only way it is. You see it all the time. People who are working longer than they should. It's because they can't afford to stop. We have to educate the world that there is a better way. We're going to expose a lot of people, but only a few more are going to be educated. Only a few are going to sign up because they're willing to listen. Not everybody that we expose is willing to listen. And the few who want to listen, what we want to do, and a lot of people miss this step, but it's so important. What we want to do is we want to edify someone or something else. See, we don't recruit, we educate. We use our tools to educate people, but then we got to take the spotlight off of ourselves. Got to take the spotlight off of ourselves, because the people you know, they know you. They love you. They trust you. But they don't always respect your business knowledge because they know you, trust you. So you got to take the spotlight off of yourself and use the tools. Speak highly about others, myself, your sponsor, your upline. As we grow, you'll hear different stories and testimonies from other people that you can take and you can use for yourself. But take the spotlight off of yourself and edify and put it on somebody else. And then once you edify, and I'll tell you this, real side note, the person who edifies the best is going to be the person who sponsors the most people. That's just been an unwritten rule. Heck, it's a written rule in the home business industry. All you have to do is get good at talking about someone else that your prospect doesn't know. And it doesn't even have to be somebody successful in the business. They could have signed up yesterday. Your prospect doesn't know that. You're not lying. You're not saying anything untrue. You're just building somebody else up. Think about it like this. I'm not teaching you anything foreign. When you buy a car, right? Let me switch to Think about this. When you buy a car, right? You got the salesman, he's showing you the car, showing you everything else, right? When you start talking numbers, don't they always say, 1 second, let me go talk to my manager. 1 second, let me go talk to the finance dude, right? You don't ever see the finance dude. Well, you see him when the deal's over, right? You see him when you buy, but you don't ever see the manager or the finance dude, right? I'll be right back. Come back, my manager said this. The finance dude said that, right? What they're doing is a 2-on-1, right? What they're doing is they're taking the spotlight off of themselves so that you're focused on that manager. You're focused on that finance dude and what they have to say. That's a common sales tactic, right? It doesn't have to be in sales. When you go to a good restaurant, right? You may notice you come, the hostess sits you, right? The hostess sits you. And then somebody else brings you some water, right? And then somebody else comes and takes your appetizers order, right? And then your server comes and takes your order. Now, obviously, when they're short-staffed, not enough people, so, the multiple people play multiple roles. But at a good restaurant, you're being exposed to different experiences and multiple people, right? Somebody else even brings the food out, then the server. Somebody else will come and take the dessert order in a lot of cases. You're being exposed to a lot of different people and a lot of different things. And what they're doing is they're edifying, even if it's indirectly, okay? So you got to take the spotlight off of yourself and help people see the experience and build up the team and build up other people about, that are on the team. They can't just see you. They got to see somebody else, right? But here's the key. If you're new, then be you. If you are new, then be you. A lot of people feel like they have to be the deal. They feel like they have to know everything. They feel like I got to prove that I'm successful. I got to feel like I know something about the business. And when you feel like that and when you do that, people are going to ask you questions. A lot of times questions that you can't answer. But if you tell them up front, hey, I'm new, then there's no expectation for you to answer a question because you're new. And I tell people, hey, I'm new. I don't want to mess it up for you, man, because I just got started. But I want you to see what I saw. I want you to talk to the person who knows everything about the business. They're a founding member or they're a senior director. They're executive senior director. They just got started, but they're killing it. I want you to talk to the expert. You got to take the spotlight off of you. Is it always going to work? No, it's not always going to work. Everybody's not going to do it. But you got to take the spotlight off of you. And things that you can begin to edify about yourself as you grow is your testimony. When you get in, when you do your rapid pay raise, that's coming within 1 to 2 weeks. So your testimony is, yo, I got in this deal and my cash flow increased 100, 200, 300, 400, whatever it increased. That's a testimony that you can use without lying. And that's a testimony that'll get a lot of people excited. And when you understand the rules of the wealthy, when you understand the rules of capitalism, you won't be fearful about adjusting your W-4 and getting a rapid pay raise because you understand there's nothing illegal about it. And it's exactly what wealthy people have been doing for years and generations. They don't even pay taxes, not upfront or otherwise. So why give the government an interest-free loan all year? Why justify your lack of discipline by saying, oh, that's my savings account. I like to put it there and get it back at the end of the year. Get the money up front, put it in a high interest savings account, or investment account so it's growing for you and it gives you even more at the end of the year. We have to stop settling for ourselves that didn't get us to where we want to be, because if you could get to where you wanted to be being who you were, you would already be there. So we have to evolve. We have to grow. I'm not saying you're a bad person, but we can all continue to get better. We all have areas of weaknesses that we can improve upon to make them strengths, right? So let me finish up with this phone, you guys, because I see it's 11:55 and I don't want to. Let me go back to sharing the screen. Right. So once you edify, obviously the goal is to close the deal, right? We want to enroll them. But here's the thing I want you to understand. Your person has been inundated with emails, past pains, baggage, loss, the pandemic. So we have to be patient. We're in uncharted territory right now. You have to be patient but persistent, right? Because we're living in some crazy times. Conspiracy theories, vaccination theories, boosters, vaccinations. You know, these are really some uncharted territories. You know, COVID-19. So your mentality has to be, let me just expose as many people as possible as I can to the possibilities of working from home. You got to expose as many people as possible and realize that we're helping people solve problems. We're solving problems. And I just want to say this, you guys, and I hope it's not the case. I hope it's not true. But we're living in such unknown territory right now. The last 2 years have been crazy with COVID, and we've been blessed that we made it through. A lot of people have been blessed that they still have their jobs, they still have their homes, they still have, you know, the things that they've been blessed with. But there's a strong possibility that this thing gets shut down again. Omicron is crazy. People are not listening. And if restaurants start getting shut down again and things start getting shut down again, people get locked back in their homes, they're going to be looking for opportunity to make money again. They're already projecting the home business industry is going to be an upswinging trend for the next 2 years. So you want to be in position with a team to be able to take advantage of that. You want to be a solution if that problem arises for people. You want to be a solution for people's problems regardless. So let's get back into the funnel, right? So once you enroll the person, now we want to flip the script, right? The first thing you do is prospect. Prospecting is all about listening. Now, when you listen different because you're listening for people's problems. And it's cool because that's all people talk about is problems, right? I don't have enough money. Oh, I'm tired of working my second job. Oh, I'm so frustrated, right? Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying be nosy and jump in people's conversations like, hey, did you say that you're tired? I got something for you. I'm saying as a networker, you're going to start listening differently and your conversations are going to go a little bit differently. So now that you understand that people have a problem and you're going to pique their interest, now that you understand the philosophy, we're going to expose a lot of people. We're going to educate them. We edify somebody or something else. And that's how they get enrolled. That's the philosophy. Now we have to expand the vision. In most cases, the prospect has no answers whatsoever except go back to college. In most cases, the prospect has no answers whatsoever except for get a part-time job. They have no answers whatsoever except for getting more debt. No, your answer is a home-based business. Have you ever heard of the 90-day total life makeover? Have you ever heard of income shifting? Have you ever heard of James E. Direct? You should always start with a question. You're not giving people answers, you're asking them questions. Here's how you prospect. Have you ever heard of income shifting? No. What about the 90-day total life makeover? No, what's that? Oh man, we work with a team of people who specialize in changing people's life financially. Let's exchange information and we'll get up and talk more about it. Hey man, have you ever heard of income shifting? No man, what's that? I work with a group of people that specialize in shifting people's income. But what's that? Well, we help people shift their income from the highest tax bracket of a W-2 job to the lowest tax bracket of making money off their investments. Let's exchange information. I'll send you a link. We'll talk more about it. Well, what's the 90-day total life makeover? Well, hey man, have you ever seen before and after pictures? You know, weight loss pictures where the person loses 50 pounds and they show their before picture and they show their after picture? Yeah, well, that's what we do with your life, especially your finances. So your debt may be sky high, but we show you how to bring it down. Just like the weight loss. Let's exchange numbers. I'll send you a link and we'll talk more about it. Now, when I say let's exchange numbers, that's the assumption that you don't know the person. But you can do the same thing with the people that you know. Check it out. Ring, ring, ring. Girl, have you heard about this 90-day total life makeover? Nah, girl, what's that? Let me send you a link real quick. You gotta see what they're doing with this business. They're changing people's life. You gotta start talking to people and piquing their interest after asking them a question. That way people don't feel like you're soliciting them. That way you don't sound like you're soliciting them. Put that in your notes. Ask questions. Ask questions. You never know where people are in life, but if we get good at asking questions, we can find out. And people who've been in the business for a while, ask yourself, when was the last time that you asked somebody a bunch of questions? Or have you gotten so robotic that you're just doing all the talking? Prospects will pull at you for information if you keep asking them questions. Ask them questions and then pass them the link. Edify something else and let the business or the tool explain the business. And that's the next step, the presentation. The presentation. Checks go out when applications come in. Checks go out when applications come in. But you're going to have to practice. You got to practice your text messages. You got to practice your announcements. Practice these things with your sponsor and your upline, so you're just not doing it and hoping and praying that you're successful. Before you send out the text messages, run it by your sponsor. Run it by your upline. We're giving you a community. We're giving you a systematic way to plug into to build your business in 2022. You got your username. You got your password. You got the ABCs to success. You got everything that you need. It's just like going back to school and getting all this free game without the debt. All you have to do is follow the system. Follow the yellow brick road. When they reply, you send them a link. So I want you to start practicing with me. Practicing with your sponsor. Practicing with your upline. Now we got the business presentation Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. We got training on Saturdays. You want to always have a pool of people that you can invite. Some people aren't going to be able to make it. Great. You have them for the next day. But never, ever, ever, ever tell them, oh, we do this Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. You always give them an option. Either this day or that day. This day or that day. This day or that day. That way, the more people you talk to, the more people you expose, the more options that you have to get results and sign them up. And once you get them in, then you move to a supportive role where you're supporting them and helping them stay plugged in. You're helping them do what you did, but you're still always exposing. You're still always exposing. But you gotta believe that you could be successful. That's the one thing I cannot give you is belief. The one thing I can't give you is work ethic. The one thing I can't give you is the habit of consistency. I can't give you that, you guys. A lot of you want me to give you things that I'm just not able to give you. I can't give you a burning desire. I can't give you that. We used to call it white hot. I can't give you white hot fire. Your children can give you that. Your situation can give you that. Your job can give you that. Your future should be giving you that. If you want to be where you want to be in the next 20 years, then stay where you are. By all means, don't do nothing different. But if you want more, I cannot give you the desire you want to change your situation. I can give you proof that you can. I can give you the vehicle. I can give you the testimonies. I can help you. Hey, I'm rocking with a guy who's been retired since he was 30 years old. He's made 7 figures in the industry. He's a founding member of the company. He's been in the who's who in Black Atlanta several years straight. Y'all can edify me. I'm just giving you the truth, the facts, not to toot my own horn. I want to see you win. But I also want you to understand that it's about cash, asset, cash. Write that down in your notes. Cash, asset, cash. When I heard about this life-changing opportunity, I never knew that I was going to grow into somebody that can educate others. The whole philosophy of cash, asset, cash. We get somebody in, we prospect them, we educate them on the rules of capitalism. We point them in the direction to get the full picture, the 20,000 square foot view, and then we enroll them, right? And in that process, once they're in, we show them how to lower their taxes, increase their credit score, eliminate debt, so that they can increase their cash flow, right? That's cash. And then we take an asset like this business, right? You invest that extra cash into an asset that's going to produce more cash. But this cash is capital gains. This cash is different. This cash is money making you money. Cash, asset, cash. When you guys realize you're sitting on the asset, the home-based business, you just got to turn around and start using it. So, in closing, you presented them with the business. You peaked them, you passed them to the presentation. Last thing you got to do is plug them into the training. Plug them into our community. Plug them into our prosperity community. Then we got them. So those of you who got other businesses, other things going on, you're busy. Just take a moment. Take the time to go through the funnel, go through the process. Get your 3 people locked in. Plug them in and promote that they stay plugged in. Promote that they get on the calls. Promote that they're on training. Promote that they make their business a priority. Promote that while you go back to being busy and doing the other things that you're doing. But while you're being busy, understand that your business, you are a business and your business is still an option. Here's the difference I want people to realize, because everybody thinks, oh, I'm busy, that means I can't do the business, right? Here's you being busy, right? And for lack of room, this is going to be a crazy example, right? But you being busy is just going through the average motions of life, right? This is me being busy. This is my business, right? My ability to expose. I'm still being busy, living my life. But now I got a home-based business. Then in the motion I can say, hey, you ever heard of income shifting? Hey, you heard of the 90-day total life makeover? Damn, I'm dizzy as hell right now. But I hope you got the point. You guys, take your business with you. It's not a hindrance. It's not a burden. It's not an extra job. It's just something that you have to understand and be educated on the rules of capitalism, to get the tax benefits, to be in a position that when you come across somebody who needs what you have to offer, you have something to give them. If you don't have $1 in your pocket, when somebody needs $1, you cannot help them. Yeah, you got the smart people. Oh, I got Cash App. But if somebody needs $1, they might not have Cash App. But if you got that $1 in the pocket, you can bless them. When you got the business in your pocket, when you got it, it's not anything that you're losing money off of. Everything's a tax write-off. But when you believe and you understand that you are an option and you have the tool and the ability to change other people's lives, then you could go out with confidence. You could change people's lives, but you just can't overcomplicate it and you can't oversell it. So with that, you guys, I want you to know that 2022, it's got to be different. We got to be intentional. We got to go out with purpose. And we got to know that you are an option, because there's other companies that are out there and they're going to be talking to the same people that you want to talk to. The same person you thought was too busy. The same person that you thought wouldn't want to do it. The same person that you just didn't take the time to expose. And they're going to get in it with somebody else, and then they're going to come talk to you. And then you're going to be discouraged and frustrated because you didn't talk to them. Don't do that. Let's go expose everybody we know. And then we can start marketing and exposing the people that we don't know. Because there's people who are looking and praying for opportunity. Any questions before we end the first training of 2020? Because I want to start getting you guys more involved. I want to start utilizing your gifts for the team. Dre, your gift for training and educating. You know, Keisha, your gift for nurturing and your 20 degrees. You know, Damon, your gift of gab and gift of talking to people. You guys, we all have gifts. And if I missed anybody, you know, I just don't know your gift as intimately as I know their gifts, because they plug in with me a little bit more. But you guys, this is a prosperity community. Can I do it by myself? No. I need success stories. And if they're not your success stories, I got to go find some other success stories. But I love you, so I want it to be your success stories. And since you're already in, let's go out and do it together and have fun in the process. I promise you, you'll thank me later. So if there's no questions, man, I hope you got some value out of this today. And if you had some people that weren't on, then I want you to reevaluate who your people are on your team. Do you have 3? Do you have 2? Do you have 1? Do we need to go back to the drawing board and follow the ABCs to success and start exposing? Because remember, the focus is not selling and convincing people on the business. And this is the last thing I want to leave you. I started with this. I want you to understand. When people realize that we are educating people on the rules of the wealthy in capitalism, and that the benefit is taking advantage of the home business, they're not worried if they're an outgoing person. They're not worried about recruiting people. They're not worried about if they got to get people. Somebody could literally get in, Take advantage of the tax benefits, turn the expenses into deductions, get a rapid pay raise of extra $200 to $600 per month, start paying off their debt, start buying the things that they were already going to buy from the online store and actually making money from that. And their life will be changed forever without talking to a single soul. And when you have a business that powerful, when you're willing to go out and expose other people to it, then you gotta be excited and go out and let them know there's no reason for them not to join. Especially if it's only $20. I'm talking to people about the $150 because people got the money. But if they don't got the $150, it's exciting to know that they could at least get in for $20 because everybody has $20. So whether you're watching the replay or you're looking at it live, I want you to know I appreciate you, and I'm committed to your success in 2022. But we have to move intentional, we gotta move with purpose, and we gotta focus on making things happen. The calls are important. To be on the calls before it starts. Why? Because it builds the excitement. If you build the calls, they'll build your business. If you build the trainings, they'll build your business. I'm telling you, everything is systematic. Everything is done for a reason. And if you follow directions, if you follow the system, you consistently, you will get results. So always remember, you're the best investment that you got. You're born to win. So play to win right now. Let's come out the gates in 2022 with that bang. Let's get some results. Let's get your 3 this week because you are already a champion. I got your back. If you need me, I'm here. Watch your email for the schedule at a glance for this week. Watch your text messages for the message from the top. And let's make today a productive Saturday. All right, guys, Happy New Year again. Much prosperity, much blessings, much success to you in the 2020. I got your back. Peace.